now one day, because can somebody tell me where these people are coming from? What's wrong with them? The way they speak, if you see the way they talk, the way they address issues, you begin to wonder. Are they not seeing what is happening in Jesus? Why are they saying all these things? Why are they addressing issues like this? You said Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal. What made him a criminal? Simon Ekpa is a warmonger. What made him? There is no proof. He's just jealous. The issue that has to do with us in English language, you see Yorubas, Janjaweed, everybody will cluster there and be talking about Ndibo. So it's now a national issue to use English to discuss about, issues that has to do with Ndibo. If at all they are supporting P2B with their whole heart. It now shows me the kind of people they are if P2B had eventually won Nigeria election. So these are the kind of people that will come down and be ruling with P2B. You see that you see that it's the same system, come and pack money, loot money, kill everybody you can kill, and steal the one you can steal and run away. It's the same, sickness that killed your grandfather. It's the same sickness that is disturbing you. You understand? So, my brothers and sisters, these guys should never be a topic in our midst. I'm telling you, they should never be a topic in our midst. We need to be firing on what we are doing. We need to create more topics on what we are doing. We should neglect them. You understand me? We should neglect them. They should never join us. Any day I am co-hosting or being part of any space and I see any of them, nobody should ever give them mic. Because these people are doing damage control on our people. I'm telling you the truth. They should never talk. They should not talk. They should never join us to talk or discuss or join us to discuss anything. Everything about them is evil. Period. They are evil. They can never change. If you are bringing them here to discuss about us, you are wasting your time because their target is different from our target. Our target is Biafra. What am I working for? I am working to support the government of Biafra, to make sure Biafra is restored this year. That is my target. That is not their target. Their target is who will give them appointment in Abuja to keep on molesting and intimidating their own people. That's their target. So we have different agenda. They should never be part of us. If I see any of my brothers supporting P2B or supporting any of the obedient movement or Nigerians, it's over between you and I. Any relationship or any business I have with you is over at that moment. It's over. I am telling you the truth. These guys are evil. Evil is rooted in their blood, in their bone marrow. If you see the way they treat matters, you begin to ask, who born these people? Where are they coming from? Why are they reasoning like this?
My brother, tell guy, if you want to examine these guys their face, use Ikengi Iruanya to examine just exactly this. If you want to know what they look like, political ambition, it is Ikengi Iruanya. Exactly. If you want to just verify their faces, just use Ikengi Iruanya.
Ikenga might be better than some of them. There was a day they mistakenly gave me mic. I just asked a question. One of them, they used to call that one Grandmaster. I begin to ask which lodge does he belong? Where they are calling him Grandmaster? Grandmaster of which fraternity? They said the Grandmaster, please give that guy mic. And he now, I think he went to my profile. He was like, okay, let's try. And they gave me mic. I said, please, I want to ask you a question based on your topic. And I threw a question to him. Instead of him to answer me my question, he was like, was that why I'm here? The next thing I heard is, Fiam, and he blocked me. So even if he's hosting any space, I cannot say Grandmaster. And I begin to wonder, what is the meaning of this? And people will fool there. You will see these our people, these ignorant people will go there and fool. Their space is more, bigger than our own. Why people go there to listen? They will never come here to listen to the gospel of Chukwu Gabiam. They will never come here to listen to the truth. They will go there. What are you doing there for damn goodness sake? Huh? And these people who are in this place are the ones sending you account number, begging you for money. You begin to wonder. These are the people that will go there and be listening to rubbish. They will never ever come here so that their psychology will change. Do you know, it was when I traveled during this voting period, I realized that some of our people are daft. I traveled to the village too, only to understand that some of our people don't even know their left and the zoo have contaminated their blood. Like they are totally emasculated. The way they reason is totally different. You know, so some of them still need orientation. If peradventure such a person finally find him or herself into this space now and be listening to this obedience, this is exactly the way they will be thinking. Huh? We have a lot of work to do. If Biafra finally is restored, I am telling you, there is what government is going to map out the orientation camp for our people. Our people need reorientation because our brain is damaged. I'm telling you, if not, no space of, no space of what is it called? Prison will accommodate our people. They are going to jail, I'm telling you, due to what these who have done to them. So let's my point is, let's not be discussing about these people. Let it never be a topic. We have a lot of topic to bring. We have religious topic, we have a economic topic, we have a awareness journalism topic. We have a lot of topic to bring on here in order to propagate this message so that we'll be run, because we are in a movie fast train now. We can't wait to get to our destination. They are never a topic. They are never part of what we are doing. And they should never be considered, as a topic. So that's my own submission. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay, because we were looking for an avenue where we can bring them up here because they are Biafrans. So now we have rewritten, how do you say it, the topic, so that this is the topic we had before. We just, added APC and obedient and stuff so that we can draw them. And we have been able to achieve it too, because a lot of them are here now. So, and we are getting back to the topic, which is why Biafrans exit Nigeria. Vote. And we also are discussing about our Biafran coin. So I want to appreciate you, Tech Guy, and everybody around. Welcome back. So can we go to Chidera, sir? You have the mic once more before I begin to roll the mic. Chidera, my former co-host. Can you hear me? Chidera can hear me. Okay, so we go to Mazi Onyeka. No, Onyeka, hold on. Chinwe is there. Maybe she's even at work. Chinwe, you have the mic. Ladies first, even.
Give it to Mazi Onyeka. I'll give it to Mazi Onyeka. Give it to Mazi Onyeka. I'll talk later.
Stella, please. Chidera, sorry for interjecting. I beg, even if you want to change the topic, still add it to this one. Let us be giving them room. Because let us keep giving them room. Our aims, like you see our Prime Minister, you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are always open to welcome any lost person. Anytime they decide to come back, let them come back. When they come, give them microphone. But when they come here speaking, still adamantly telling you that they don't believe in what you are doing, you collect your microphone from them. So I believe we should always be open to welcoming them home anytime. So don't remove the title. It's good. You can add something to it, but don't remove it.
That's what I just said. I wrote obedience. Know why Biafrans exit Nigeria. Vote.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay, so we are good to go. I'm happy our ministers understand where we are. So Chinwe is no more there. Okay. Chidera, are you there now?
Felice Chinasa.
Chidera.
Please, can I use I'm not in a...
No, you can use your whole time. Okay, drop the mic, sir.
Felice Chinasa.
Just 2 minutes, I want to use, maybe a minute.
I just want to say something to our hand has been up.
If you post any link again,
our people, some of us don't believe this. They think that we're joking when we talk about infiltrated blood. When a Biafran that is ignorant is talking, and you're able to speak to him,
convinced. Even if he's not convinced, when he go home, next time he come, language will be different. An ignorant Biafra is different from an arrogant, ignorant Biafra also. They're different from those who know the truth, but they deliberately disseminating falsehood.
Onyeka.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Deliberately disseminating falsehood. Whether they are not paid or those who are full and blood, hiding under Igbo nomenclature, bearing Igbo name, speaking Igbo language. These people can never convince them. You can never, because they know the truth. They are there to hide under Igbo to deceive the gullible. Not people like me, because I met similar person in the police officer that bears Igbo name, but it's not an Igbo person. So they use them to deceive the people. So my brother, my sisters, let us understand this. When you see those people that are every time, despite the evidence, they still try to distort the truth and disseminate lie. Don't bother yourself. They're not your blood. When DNA test is conducted, you'll be shocked. I will pause here for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Onyeka. Okay, so can we go to Joshua? Joshua, you have the mic. Joshua Humphrey Oluchuku.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my sister Stella. This is the second time I'm coming to your space. I am very, very happy for the topic, and I thank you guys for the job you are doing. It is great. This thing we are talking about here now, I was just talking about it with my brother who don't usually, support Biafra agitation and all that. So I was telling him that, it is I have not seen any Igbo person that has been following politics since 1999 up until now. If you check most of these people that shout election, most of them, either that they have not been voting since 1999, or some of them do not even have voter card, or some of them have not even participated before. Because if you have gone to the election polling units in Nigeria, 1999, 2003, and all this time till now, you will be tired. Then I was telling my brother also that, how about if you want to build a house in Nigeria now? You will be planning as the investor that is wanting to invest, and also be planning as an electrician. You will be planning to provide for yourself what government is supposed to provide. Like now, he's building house in Ivory Coast. You are just focused on building house. You're not thinking about the solar energy you want to install in your house. You're not thinking about borehole you want to drill in your house. You're not thinking about security that you want to, CCTV cameras and the bodyguards you want to be having around yourself. So, anyway, the only thing I want to plead with us is, you see, problem with these our brothers, it's not that most of them are Fulani as we call them. The problem is that when you are in Nigeria, like dementia, Nigerians are suffering dementia. Once you are inside Nigeria, it's difficult to see the world as it is. I'm telling you the truth. You understand? When you, like, the first time I stepped out of Nigeria and went to Ivory Coast, that was around 2016. That was the first time I noticed 24 hours electricity. And I was asking myself, after 1 week, I was asking myself, how was I surviving in Nigeria without electricity? You understand? So when you come out from a Nigerian place where living 6 months without electricity is no problem, it's like a normal life. Then you go to a place where you have light stretched for 1 week, and you see how dependent you become on electricity. Then you now ask yourself, how were you surviving without it? You see, so it's difficult to see life from the angle that they see it, because they can never see life from the way you see it. You understand? Even you see, right here in Chicago, like some time ago, on a heavy snowstorm, one of the transformers blew. It took 4 hours for them to come and, reinstall the transformer and do everything correct. And I can just imagine and wonder, if it happened in Nigeria, it would take another 6 months or 1 year before anything. And even if something is going to happen, it will be the people that is living in that area. You see what I'm saying? So all these people who are saying obedient, 98% of them have never partaken in Nigerian election. You understand? If you have followed Nigerian election from 1999, you have their voters card from the time it was paper. You understand? You have stood on the line. You have been there. You understand? In some of the cases, you are tear gassed. From 1999, 2003, you will be tired. Sometimes I ask my brother, have you voted in Nigeria before? He said no. I said, that is why you are saying Nigeria. That is why you think restructuring. Nobody is solution. You understand? The only thing that can solve Nigeria is dismantling of the system and bringing up a new system. Even if you do restructuring, the restructuring you are going to do will still put us in the hands of people like Emeka for them, people like Krocha Sokrocha, people like Ojis Okalo. You understand? The same politicians that we are crying about, they will still be the one at the helm of affairs on a restructured Nigeria. You understand? The only thing that will save the common man is a new system completely. You understand? So that is it. So I want to beg us, let us not call them Fulani blood. You understand? Let us just see them as, let us pity, look at them with pity. Sometimes I even
should we call them
something like that, my sister. So when they talk like this, I just have pity on them. I'm telling you.
My brother Joshua, do not forget that their attitude and their utterances have given the Fulani a lot of avenue to massacre so many people. You know that? Even calling the Fulani blood is better than those that have been killed by the Fulanis. And their attitude have caused so many mayhem and many in the grave because of what the shenanigans and their bad attitude and their utterances and the lamenting on the air. So calling them names is even good than the people in the grave shedding tears. Go ahead, my brother.
Yes. You are absolutely right. My own take is that everybody is right in their understanding. But the only thing is that two wrongs can never make a right. If because of their actions, if we also equal it with the same measure of antagonism, like as in we and them will keep clashing. So let us just allow them to celebrate their stupidity.
Bro, sorry, we are not clashing with them. Just that they should not insult the PM and disgracing Biafrans all over the globe on air. We are not clashing because no time to clash with the lunatics. But the fact remains that insulting the PM and insulting the Biafran people and presenting lunatic attitude for speaking Igbo language with a stupid mentality and their utterances is unacceptable for Biafran people because we are doing everything humanly possible to sanitize, to remove that tag of foolishness that Nigeria and their Fulani have, putting on us. But their attitude and the way they behave, their names, even the name calling them is it not far better? It's just like, for example, now, some of them saying that, oh, sit at home. Just the same thing I want to narrate to you now. Those that in the Benue and in the north being massacred, did they see somebody to command them to sit at home and be alive? Better than for them? It's just like for them calling them a Fulani, and they have caused so many people to end up in the grave with tears and blood. Go ahead, my brother. Sorry. Are you there? Go ahead if you are still there. But if not, that's like you can take.
Okay. Sorry for that. So one of the reasons why I love our Prime Minister is that he is what we call it with a language Azwanoka. Azwanoka, which there was a time when he will be doing certain things like this. Even when his enemies and detractors are trying to pull him down, he will be like, let us keep eyes on the rising sun. Let us keep eyes on the ball. Let us just keep it like that. You see, they will keep being who they are. They will keep being stupid. Like Nana, if there is a way to check the statistics of the stupid ones in the past 2 years, you will see that they have lost people in their camp after the election, and they will keep losing people in their camp. Some people will learn things after exam. Some people will learn before exam. Some people will learn at the beginning of the semester. You see, so level of learning and level of understanding are different. You see, and the way that they have institutionalized poverty in Nigeria makes it that an average Nigerian is a slave of poverty. So the politicians can easily use even 1,000 naira to change somebody's opinion. You understand? You can see people now, you can have a group of 1,000 people now singing your praises. All of a sudden, in the next 1 week, all of it, you will lose all of them because of maybe 20,000 naira. An average black man only is focused on
This
food.
is serious.
You understand? An average black man is focused on food alone. MNK, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said this thing some years ago in one of his broadcasts. He was talking about why the Indians, he was measuring the Ghanaian, some revolution that happened in Ghana during the colonial time and the one that happened in India. They say that the one that happened in India was because they were not being paid equally. Whereas the one that happened in Ghana was because of their food. Or no, the one that happened in India seems to be because of their ideology. Why the one that happened in Ghana seems to be because of their food and their stomach. So the black man is like now, look at Nigeria today. Everything, people are dying. People have been dying in Benue. 500, 200 on a daily basis. Nobody has protested. But just because of food, they are ready to protest. Look at during the NSAS time. People were protesting about NSAS. They saw food and they stopped protesting. You see what I'm saying? Good morning, my sister. You see what I'm saying? So, like these people, they have institutionalized poverty that they are only thinking about stomach infrastructure. That is it. So it's difficult for them to reason like a normal human being. So the thing is, when they come with their stupidity and all that, please let us just like see them as a little child that is stupid, and know that they have their right to be stupid. You understand? Let us not be too heated. Let us not use that energy, waste that energy on them, so that they will not see us as being hostile. Okay, I saw this guy that say his name is Amburu Skelechi or something, posted the video of Mazi Simon Ekpa talking about that his lips is shining and the enemies will be crying. The guy is talking about insults. I responded by asking him, can you simply make your point? Like, what is wrong with the thing you just posted? You didn't make any point. You were just busy insulting for no reason. You understand? Then you will see people insulting for no absolute reason. So that is it. At the same time. So that is the area I am coming up. My sister Stella, ride on, ride on. Chukwu Abiyama will bless you. And
Sorry, it's my mistake. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so thank you.
okay.
Here we don't praise ourselves, so because
Yes,
all of us here, what we want is freedom.
yeah,
So, but if you really want to praise our PM, praise our
yes,
supreme
of
leader,
course, of
praise
course, I
all
know,
our cabinets because they
of
are
course.
wonderful. They
I
are
am,
amazing.
I am praising everybody that have contributed to the movement, to the level of this movement. You understand? So while I praise the Prime Minister for his doggedness and for his tenacity, and for his for his stone-heartedness, so I also praise the other people that
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Can we go to Brimstone? Sir, you have the mic. Thank you, Joshua.
Ekele everybody. Yeah, did you want to say referendum? Are we voting for coin again? Is referendum?
Sorry, what did you say?
I say, is it coin you are voting for? The coin is going to come whether we like it or not.
Look at the topic, or is it only me seeing it? Obedience. Know why Biafrans exit Nigeria. Vote, because vote is
Okay,
going on.
comma Biafra coin.
Then, comma, Biafran coin, because yesterday it was just approved, ladies and gentlemen, that now Biafra has a bank. Biafra is using Biafra Federal Reserve. Biafra have digital currency. Biafra has Biafran coin, Manila, with 2 parallel lines like the dollar. Our own is Manila. Thank you, sir. You have the mic, sir.
Okay. Sorry, I don't want to sound stupid, but what's Manila?
So just follow the topic. Manila is our new coin.
Sorry. The person that is asking the question, Stella, sorry. Manila is that egigwe that our people used before. In English, it is that sign, that thing like something you see in the horse hoof. I think that is the emblem, the logo there before you see the cross. I don't know if you understand
That
me.
thing
The
that has
person
like
that is
that's there like that.
I heard that thing like see, it's called Manila. But in the olden days, our people used it as money. It was called Egigwe. So the money, the coin itself is Biafran coin. It's not Manila. So I don't know if you have another question. I'm here.
Okay.
Go on.
That's all right. At least me and those that don't know, at least will get educated by this.
It's also called a gemma, a gemma, a gemma,
a gemma,
a gemma.
a gemma.
Yes,
Yes,
because
they
we
used
are
to
all
say.
Igbos, so whether you're from
I
Igala,
everybody is Igbo.
I hope we are woke.
Ego nna anyị kpara
We
mbụ
are
ọwa
finally
ego
woke.
kere kere. Ego nna anyị kpara n'ụwa mbụ ọwa ego kere kere. Igbo ji akpọ ya eje mma. Igbo ji akpọ ya eje mma. Owere n'ahụ na si ego ayọla. Ọwa ozugbo mmanụ bara aba onye ọ gaji na aya nwe mba. Ya gajiela nnụ.
Gajekwago.
Wow.
Biafra must come on. Nobody can stop it. Nobody born of anything. Nothing can stop Biafra. Yeah, I think I'm done.
Thank you. You know, you know, Biafra must come today.
I beg you. And in case anybody that is still want to ask questions, our PM will be live this evening to shed light on this Biafran coin. He will explain everything detail by detail. And I believe who want to ask question, be ready. Sharpen your knife and come there. But my worries is that whenever the opportunity or the call to ask questions will be given, you will not see them. But when they go by the side, they start, now you have the opportunity. Come this evening, ask him that question that nobody want to answer you since you begin the ask. Now. Come this evening. Very soon now you go come live. Thank you, thank you, Wanda Stella.
Thank you, sir. So you have heard, bring all your questions. You know, make a list of your questions and bring it and come on time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Can we go to undiluted truth? Sir, you have the mic. Undiluted, are you there?
Yeah. Can I speak later,
Before
please?
we go to Mazi.
Little bit busy now. Can I speak later?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir. Just speak up.
Bendel, you say indigenous Bendel Republic. Bendel Lokwadekwandu.
No,
Don't worry. Brian. Undiluted truth.
Can I speak later? I'm a little bit busy now.
Okay, don't put the mic inside your pocket. Then, when you're ready, you pick the mic. Thank you, sir. Can we go to Mazi? Mazi, God's will. Sir, you have the mic. Sorry for a little delay. God's will, are you there?
Okay. Yes, I am here, my sister Stella. Yes, please confirm that I'm audible enough. Can you hear me?
Clear, clear.
Hello. All right. Because we are having some slight network, and it has been disturbing us since I think it was yesterday. The network was almost a total blackout, and I don't know what the zoo is up to. But anyway, we space salute our ministers who are here. I salute your co-host, Mazi Ugochukwu. I greet Mazi David. I see you, and I also greet my fellow comrades of the Biafra Writers of Conscience, the BWOC. I greet Biafrans who are here. Anyway, I don't think there's anything that I will say here right now that people have not said. Deliberated partly on this. I think that was yesterday also. And to me, I only say that those who have ears to hear, who have brains to reason, should just put to use that which God Almighty has installed in them. Because one thing I understand is that, you see, truth can never be covered. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It comes out. And that is why whenever you see, around you, you will notice that there are some certain secrets that may be kept away from the people for a period in time. And before you know it, one day it will just blow out. And, people will say, oh, was this the sign we saw that time? Does it mean this thing actually happened? Oh, so they lied to us and they defended it then. So that is what truth is all about. Those of us who are here, those who are joining this space anonymously, because I know they are always here. I heard it from them, even their mouth. They said they do come to listen and then they go away. My advice for you, don't make yourself a willing tool that will be used by the enemy against your people. From the little time I have listened to their conversations, I think there's this guy, there's the one called Doggy. I hardly see him nowadays. I don't know if he has finally run away. So from the little time I have listened to them, I picked up one thing. I saw a group of, young men and women who understands exactly what they are doing, who knows that they are doing what they are doing deliberately. So what they do there is just, let me just, fulfill the assignment I was given, and then convince or brainwash those who are with us, and then make them see these people as bad people, and then I cash out. Unfortunately, that is what the zoo has reduced a lot of our people, into. Currently, as I'm talking to you right now in the zoo, if you are not a criminal, you can't survive, especially now that there is tremendous hardship. Everywhere is bubbling. People are hungry. Anybody can do anything just to survive. That is even our leader foresaw it before now, when he told us that they deliberately made us hungry, so that when they throw that little, leftover bone, you rush it with all appreciation, and then you'll be glad that you're doing better. You see yourself that you're doing better than others, forgetting that anything you do right now, one way or the other, you're also doing it to yourself. And, take a look at the politicians, take a look at the governors, those who are, enhancing the killing of their people. Some of them think they are actually doing well. But wait for a while, wait for some, some period of time from now, some years to come, and they will understand what they've actually done to themselves. I was speaking to a friend before now, and I told him something. I said, come, do you notice that in the next 80 years, so many people will just start dying. Somebody will just fall down and die for no reason. A lot of people are going to have cancers. He was looking at me surprised. And then I told him, do you know why I said this? He said, no. I said, okay. Do you know the amount of generator fume or carbon from generator that you inhale every day? And this is as a result of no electricity. And when you inhale these things, it damages your organs. Your lungs is suffering. And you are managing it. And you also belong to a society that corruption also has made it impossible for you to have hospitals, good hospitals. And then you are managing the generator, you think you're enjoying, probably you have money. And your neighbors will also light up the same generator. Everywhere will be fumes here and there, carbon here and there, and people will be inhaling it, and they are killing themselves. Tell me what will happen in the next 50 years. You're not even a worker working in a chemical company, because I believe that would have been the excuse. Oh, maybe due to your job. You are not in a chemical company. Even those working in chemical companies are most times provided with a PPE that could, that can prevent consumption of such toxic gases. And then you are in your house getting infected or getting affected by a sickness that is meant to be somebody who is actually handling chemicals in an industry. This is how bad the zoo is. So, directly or indirectly, you are still being affected. Even if you think yourself you're doing well, what about your family? What about your community? What about your kindred? Are they living large as you are living? Do they have access to medical care? Do they have access to pipe-borne water? Now, this period, I don't know if the mosquitoes that are in the zoo now are spiritual ones. Malaria is a normal thing. In fact, it's the most common illness. We even treat malaria here in the zoo without test, because whenever you go to the local chemist or you go to the hospital, the first thing they detect is malaria. So malaria is not a normal thing. And let me shock some of you now. I have registered some, lots of deaths related to malaria. This is what was not. This is something that wasn't happening before now. That somebody will just die as a result of malaria. Why did it happen? Because the person could not have money to buy proper malaria medicine. Do you know how much a card of malaria medicine is sold at? Before you get a proper treatment for malaria in the zoo here, you are spending more than 10,000 naira.
Sorry, can
That is
I
if you're
ask a
going to
question?
some of the chemists or pharmacies. Then if you're going to treat yourself, probably self-medication as we call it here, you'll be buying drugs that is as expensive as 5,000 naira before you get the malaria and typhoid medicine. Tell me, that man, that woman who feeds from hand to mouth,
Wait. Sorry.
how can they
I
afford?
just
They've not even eaten. They are not even sure of the next meal. And the person is sick, infected, by malaria parasite. So how will that person forfeit food for the children just to use the whole of the money that is currently in their possession, that is if they have any, to go and purchase malaria medicine? And before you know it, they start managing it. They start, trying to pamper it, trying to cut shortcuts. And the next thing you see, somebody is just dead. What killed the person? It was just body pains, fever, and then maybe one organ that was already damaged as a result of exposure to, toxic chemicals will just, collapse. And then the person is dead. And next thing, people start running around for burial. So when you see all these things, and then you still want to trend that same path, the question I have for these people, are you people really humans? Are you humans for real? Because that money you are enjoying, you are getting, is a blood money. Any money that involves the lives of people needs to die for you to laugh. People needs to die for you to enjoy. And then when you have such opportunity, you think, oh, all is well. Next thing, you're out of the country. And let me tell you, most of our people here, do you know most of these guys you see on space, they are even outside the country. They are not on ground. And then the few ones who are on ground promoting this, wickedness are ready to take the next available flight to leave. In fact, they are already making applications in various embassies to leave the zoo. What does that tell you? They are not even ready to live in that same entity that they are promoting. Always ready to scam. But yet, they keep saying things, trying to cajole you, trying to deceive you, trying to put blames on those who are fighting very hard, restlessly, to make lives better for the people. And I don't know if these people don't know the template that the
Sorry,
Biafra
can
Republic
anybody
government
hear
in
me?
exile is actually coming with, what we have at hand. Because these guys are guys who are on social media, so they can't say they have no idea. And every information that is required, every footstep that the Biafran government have taken, are all there in the public domain. Even yesterday, after the approval of the Biafran currency, and then the act that were changed and replaced, and the act that were adopted, Prime Minister also made it open. And I also heard that the video was, the video is out there, so you could see how the deliberation, occurred, and the processes by which this act were adopted. So when you see all these things, does Nigeria government tell you anything they want to do? Do they even do anything they have said they would do? So why not change from today? Change from today. Do the right thing. I am not here to just start calling people names, because the name calling, even when I go to those spaces, they don't give me the mic anymore. And I can't remember exchanging words or insults with them. I don't do that. At least, by the grace of Almighty Chukwuka Abiyama, despite the fact that we are in a hostile territory, a very corrupt society, where every atom of decency is decaying, we try as much as possible to retain that original training, that home upbringing, that indigenous home upbringing that our parents inculcated into us. And we are also trying hard to do same to our own children. And that is why you cannot see me coming out, trying, even if you insult me, I don't give a dime. I seize that opportunity to lay my foundation and give you my facts. And then at the end, I will make you look useless before those you think you wanted to belittle me. So my brothers and sisters, I'll call you my brothers this period, and sisters. Those of you who are indulging in this, who are currently in this space right now listening to us, do the right thing. Because at the end, actually, abachoso aguamais. And anything you sow, you shall reap. Even when in the Bible, what's his name again? Judas betrayed Jesus. He actually did it out of greed, because he wanted to make a lot of money. He wanted to be rich. But at the end, did Judas stay alive to enjoy that luxurious life? The answer is no. He went as far as hanging himself. And that is the end point of every saboteur. The mission we've embarked on is a mission that is mandated by Elohim himself. God Almighty mandated this mission. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he was called, and he told you the signs he received. And God told him, go and stand firm, and do not be afraid before your enemies. Provided you do not entertain fear, you shall go and you shall succeed. That is why when I see people shouting, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you himself that no man born of a woman can take his life. He said it. He knows the spirit that called him. He knows God Almighty that called him. And do you think that God will sit by and allow you to jeopardize the freedom of his children, and you go scot-free? No, now it's impossible. Except you don't, read your holy books. So I'm just using this opportunity to urge you guys. Disease from any evil. Sometimes you may not like somebody's method. You may not be part of something. But when you observe the direction that thing is actually going, you may choose to remain mute. You are neither here nor there. It's even better you remain mute than come out and then make yourself a tool that will be used, and at the end you still regret it, which in most cases you end up paying with your life again. That is the worst form of stupidity that anybody can ever find his or herself in. So it is time to do the right thing. It is time to stop deceiving our people. Stop deceiving them. We know how much we have suffered in the hands of the zoo and their co-partners in this crime, the colonial masters. We know how we started. We know how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started. Those of them who say, oh, you're too violent, you're this. Some of them even now are saying Mazi is a saint. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a saint. Oh, Simon Ekpa's method is he's too harsh. He's into armed struggle. And they forgot that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu actually created the ESN for a purpose, not Simon, not our Prime Minister. The ESN was already there. Prime Minister only came to rebrand it and then make it more sophisticated. So what happened? What made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to create ESN when actually he started the struggle by just broadcast and pen and paper? That was how the fight started. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu reacted to the situation on ground, which these same people, they themselves, they understand it. Did you guys not come out to protest during the NSAS? What did they do to you? Did they pamper you? Did they beg you? They shot at you and they killed innocent and they denied it. And the moment the tensions were going up, their partners in crime, the British, immediately said they want to investigate. And I laughed when I saw the news on the news. And I said, oh, a criminal is investigating his own crime. And what was the result? They came up and said nothing happened. They said no shot was fired. Nobody was killed. Not until CNN came and disgraced them. I don't know why CNN decided to do that. Maybe there was a clash of interest. And then CNN decided to expose from their own, investigative journalism. They said that shots were fired, and they showed videos of it. Before the government said, okay, yes, shots were fired, but they were blank bullets. They were actually not, lethal weapons. And later, it was proven that they actually fired lethal weapons from the shells that were discovered. And then you know all these things, and you are still asking why the Biafra Republic government in exile is armed. Are you okay? Or is it that you're not aware that Fulani herders have been killing us in the farms, making it impossible for us to go and plant our crops? They're starving us even when we don't see any physical war. We're already, starving. Was it not one of the reasons the ESN was created? To safeguard our farms, our forests, our bushes, so that our people can go? Or are you not aware of the kidnappings that they started? If not for the way our Prime Minister took it very serious, and then we are able to at least reduce it to a reasonable number. You are seeing Fulani kidnappers kidnapping us on Biafran soil. Those who don't even know you, they don't speak your language, yet they come to commit crime in your territory, what you cannot do. And in most cases, they kill the victims after collecting ransom. If you have forgotten anyone, at least the primate, the church primate is still there in our memories to remind us of how he saw them speaking Fulani language and how he paid the sum of 100 million to secure his release. So what else do you want? Because when I was in one of their space trying to prove things to them, what they were saying, oh, you don't have any facts. They even went as far as denying that Nigeria was recruiting terrorists into the army. They wanted to deny it. And when they knew that every information I was giving was factual, the next thing they took away the mic so that they wanted to silence me totally, so that I would not say anything. And then they continue cajoling those who they felt maybe we are much gullible to be deceived. So this is what I have to say, please. Thank you very much, my sister Stella. Thank you for giving me this time. Thank you, everyone, dear fans who are here. I yield the mic.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi. God's way. Said a lot of things. The bad things you do to others, you are indirectly doing it to yourself. And today I also learned that malaria has become spiritual. Malaria has
Sorry,
become
can anybody
spiritual.
hear me?
So
Sister Stella.
please, if malaria, hold on, Brian, I'll come back to you. I know they knocked you out.
Sister Stella.
Also, come on.
Yeah, can anybody hear me?
Come
Sister Stella.
I can't hear anyone. No.
Sister Stella. It's me, David. Please, can you see Jaja? Jaja, I've been trying to accept him. They are not accepting him.
Jaja has entered already.
Okay.
Okay, you know what, Brian? Can you hold on? Let's get to Jaja because they've been knocking him back, front, right, left, please. And then I'll come back.
Okay, it's all right. But I just wanted to say something about what the last guy said. I had some experience, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait till my turn
so that you have enough time. Okay. Don't worry, I'm here. The only thing that we remember that our PM will come on space by 5-6. Okay, Jaja Godson, are you free now? You have the mic, sir.
Please, before Jaja, I want to ask you, are you owing Elon Musk? Why are they
I
finding
don't
it difficult to
know.
let you in all the time?
This is serious. Because it can be happening to anybody, eh? Jaja, or is it your neighbor or your village people? Which one? I want some pot of plate of mbe, so you eat, so that nothing will come out of you. See, he's still not speaking. No. Okay, so let's go back to Brian. Brian, no, Kama, they knocked Kama first. So Kama, they knocked you out first. You didn't finish your. Kama is real. Are you there now?
Yeah, others can go ahead. I will come back in a bit.
Okay, don't put this
Thank
mic
you.
in your pocket. Okay.
Can anyone hear me?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, oh, they've
Can
allowed
anyone hear
the
me?
village people have allowed Jaja. Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear
Jaja,
you.
we
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
us?
Sister Stella, I think Jaja is speaking.
Let me small thing now. Good morning, dear friends. Good morning.
I don't know if you're owing Elon Musk, so, or should we call it the way in the Boski call it? He said it's Elon Musk. Are you, are you owing Elon Musk? Please, I don't know. In the Boski is making him.
I'm telling you, Jaja, you can use Amanda Tabansh for him, for Elon Musk.
You know?
He's bringing a new one. He's bringing a new one, and he's bringing a new topic.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's go back to Kama Israel. Okay, Kama said it's not. Brian Stone, one Brian.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say is about that thing is about that malaria. All this all this white men disease that all this Oyibo disease that all of a sudden start killing us. Something that was not killing us when we were on our own, when we had our own freedom, but all of a sudden. One thing I've noticed that is killing our people is food poisoning. They poison the food because I remember when I was doing my service around 2021 in Agbo, I remember I used to get very sick because the beans I used to buy, I didn't know what was inside it. I had to select customer because most times you notice that all this food has been poisoned with some kind of weird preservatives. Our people are really dying from food poisoning. That's one thing. And Nnamdi Kanu said the same thing. And before I even knew Nnamdi Kanu self, I already knew those things. I already know how to be careful because of food, because I know how many times I've gotten sick because of food. You understand? Because those food, I don't know what they do. They are always, you wouldn't even see weevils in them, self. How poison the thing is. If you chop this thing like this, you go shit, your it's crazy. And this thing about malaria, I don't really believe in all this malaria stuff because if you're telling me malaria is killing us, where was this malaria when is malaria in Africa? Is malaria an Igbo word? All this that's how you start knowing that all these things are just shit and fake. Malaria, or is it an Igbo word? When did malaria start killing us? It's not since white man started tampering in our land. So all this malaria stuff, food poisoning is what is really killing us. We don't know what malaria. Which one is malaria? I don't know. Maybe I'm not making sense. So, but that's just the same thing with all this HIV and all this rest of things that they just fabricated. Ebola, COVID. I don't see. Biafra needs to come so that we need to do an in-depth study on all these kind of things so that we will not just be talking like fools and white man go just sit down for there. They laugh us. Yeah, we can. That's just what I want to say.
Thank
And
you.
sorry, yeah, one more thing again. There's this girl. What's that girl's name? I can see that PM reposted them. Justice post. We already knew that girl liked Simon Ekpa, but she cannot say it because she has this body dysmorphia or something like that. So she's afraid. Then she will just be shouting like Nketara.
Hold on. What did you say? What did you say that the girl has what, please?
I don't know, is it body dysmorphia? She's ashamed of her body or something like that. She's
Dysmorphia.
not confident, you understand? So she'll be using that anger. She think maybe it's because of
Okay.
those things that Simon will like her. She'll be shouting anyhow, like
Oh, so
what has
she's doing all that to attract the attention of Simon.
we
Is that what
already
you
knew now.
mean?
We're already discussing Justice and Starman because we already knew because she'll
Ah,
just be shouting. She thinks it's by
ah.
shouting that
Okay, that she will be attracted to.
that
Ah,
the PM will be
I now understand where.
attracted to her. He has finally
I now
posted her now. Maybe she'll
understand.
feel happy today.
Because she's always her body they prepare them too much every time, seeking to be noticed. You understand? Now I understand. Okay, so from now onwards, we won't be talking about her at the end of the day. Okay, so that she will die a natural death, where nobody talks about her, where she doesn't exist anymore. That's what we'll be doing from now onwards. Thank you, sir. Okay, we'll go to Jaja. Jaja, are you free now?
I'm not busy. Network have been kicking me out. I'm not busy.
Seriously.
I wanted to speak,
Okay, well, sorry. Oh.
but the mic
Don't worry, I'll give you
cannot be
a plate
what
of
is supposed to
tortoise, and let's see if they will, the thing will go back to sender.
be. Thank you, Biafrans, before they kick me out again. I salute each and every one of you. Every one of you. Let me not go one by one before I will leave what I suppose the time they allowed me to greet. I greet everyone here, all protocols duly observed. From what we were saying, I wanted to come in when one of our brother made a statement. He made a very powerful statement. At the end of his statement, he spoiled it. He spoiled everything that he said. But all the same. But I want to say on that regard, because the only thing we are saying is that the Biafrans, there's a reason why the Biafrans are exiting Nigeria. And as such, somebody that is under a dictatorship regime, you don't need an eyes water talk to get yourself out of such a cage or the regime of the dictator. If you are not as strong as the dictator, you can never. If you're not more powerful than the dictator, you can never free yourself from the dictator. So in a dictatorship, you don't paint words. You don't come in with political correctness. What is happening in the jail should have been a very good case study to what the Biafrans have been doing all this while. What is happening in Mali, in Burkina Faso, in all these places would have been a very good example for everyone that want to free himself in Africa. That when you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speak the way he spoke, that by the time you see Mazi, our prime minister, speak the way he do, that you understand from the angle he's coming from. When he say, instead this Biafra will not come, I will turn to a monster. Do you think do you think that everyone in this country so when people are speaking, the only thing you will do when you come, don't come here to tell us, there's a way you talk to them, you convince them. We are not here to convince you. If all the things that is happening in Nigeria have not convinced you, we cannot convince you. If you see those people that you call your politicians that have admitted that actually they go to Abuja on monthly basis to share money, and all these things did not convince you. It's not what I said. It's not when I come here, then I bring a pap, then I bring a breast milk, then I begin to breastfeed you. That is the time you get sense. If the things you have undergo in Nigeria did not teach you sense, you can never get sense ever again in your life. You can never get sense. Because there are people that need to be taught. There are people that need to receive the message of John the Baptist. John the Baptist preached to those that he know that these ones, with his words, that they will repent. He called many of them brood of vipers. Brood of vipers. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu only say that you are very stupid in the way you reason. That black man reasons very backward. And many of them are still reasoning that backward and at the same time condemning what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. That is taking the Biafrans to the next feature. And there are other people that need to receive the message of Elijah and Elisha. How does Elijah and Elisha deliver their message? Elijah delivered his message when he was on mountain. And the troop of soldiers came to him and said, man of God, come down from there and go to the king. And he said, if I be a man of God, let fire from above consume you and your 50. And that is what is happening in Biafra land. When you bring your terrorists in our land, the fire of God will consume them and the troop you come with. These are messages we are sending. So anyone that you get in a category where you fall to, take it like that. If you fall in the category that are receiving the message of John the Baptist, that is the only way for you to be delivered, receive it and get sense. If you fall in the category of the people that will receive the message of Elijah and Elisha, then you come to our land, then you get it. It's only God that you will tell the story of how you waka come Biafra land. Then you fall in the category that the Biafrans don't want ever fall in. Is the category of the young prophet. These are men that deliver message to people. But the way and the approach you deliver the message will give you the end result. I will come again. The approach and the way you deliver the message will determine the end result of that message. The young prophet, God told him, go to a particular king. In the book of 1 Kings chapter 13, if you read from verse 11 to 25. Go to this king and tell him of his abominations in the land. And the young prophet went and began and delivered the message. And he told him, do not go back to the same to where you come from the same way you go. Do not at the same time eat in that place. It doesn't matter what they offer to you. Do not eat it. And the young prophet went there and delivered the message. Indeed, he delivered the message. But another prophet, old prophet, the Bible described him and said that man is an old prophet. Just like you have those old men, you have them in Ohaneze, you have them as your senator. Abaribe is one of them. You have them as a governor. All of them in the southeast. You have some of them in America. You have some of them that say they are professors. You have some of them that say they are doctors. But these are old prophets. These old prophets see this man committing this abomination. This man that called himself a king. I think a King Josephat or something. That called himself a king. Has been committing this atrocity against the people. That old prophet was there and he said nothing. The governors and the senators you have today have been there over the ages. And you're receiving a minimum wage of 30,000 naira. And in that 30,000 naira you work, you'll be owned for 12 months. You'll be owned. The government will owe you salary for 12 months. And all this old prophet did not say anything to correct that very wrong move that is keeping the people in poverty, impoverished. The only time the old prophet remembered that he was once a prophet is when he see a young prophet that come to correct a fault that had been there with him all his life. That is the time he rose and met the young prophet and told him that an angel, God told the prophet to go and deliver a message. And he told him that an angel sent me to you, that you must come to my place and eat. And he went and he never go back alive. That is one mistake that the Biafrans will never make. Listening to all these fools that will come to speak to me in an intonation that they are learned. But common sense eludes them. They lack sense and they cannot put 1 + 1 together to achieve where they are going to and what they want. People that don't know what they want. One of the governors said that these people, that those called Nigeria, forget them, that Nigeria will not break. I made analysis of the video and I will continue this evening. He said that this Nigeria will not break. Do you know why? Then he asked himself because those people that are Nigerians, they don't know any other way around the circumstances that is surrounding them. That the only thing they know is Nigeria. And that is the people you hear speak. Whenever you told them the hard truth that they should assimilate, because if you want to, I was listening to my brother Mazi Goswill when he was talking about malaria drugs. Most of these drugs pill that you take are very bitter. Some that drink abo, some that drink all bitter drugs. Why you take them is not because they are sweet, but you want the disease that is killing you inside to be cured. That's why you need them. You're not taking it because it's sweet. You're not taking it because it's chicken. You're not taking it because it's turkey. You're not taking it because salad has been served to you, or burger for those that are in America. You're not taking it because it's sweet. But you're taking it because if you didn't take it, you will suffer yourself to something that you're never going to recover from. Or you will expose yourself to death. That's why you take those pills. So when you hear the hard truth is a pill to stupidity, so swallow it. And once you swallow it, it will cure your stupidity, and you get back and know that the right place you need to be is with Simon Ekpa, and propagate the gospel of your freedom that will stop all the things that you come to space to complain about. And stop all the things that you complain without any remedy. This is one thing that pisses me off. This man, Governor Edo State, Obaseki, he tabled a lot of things that if you're listening to it, you will say that this man gets sense. At the end of the whole thing, that he should now prefer a solution to that particular matter. Obaseki said why the economy of Nigeria will never grow is because from the onset, after the Civil War, according to his words, he said after the Civil War, that the people relaxed and believe that once oil is coming, they are selling barrels of oil, there will always be money for them to share. That's why the local government chairman is relaxing, the governors are relaxing, the presidency are relaxing, the senators are relaxing, everybody, every prosecutor are relaxing, because there's always oil for them to sell in dollars and share the money. Every month they will go to Abuja and they will share money. They will come back. If there's no money to share, they will go and borrow and share. Go and listen to that video. That is what Obaseki said last year, before the ending of last year, before the election, 2023 election. That was what Obaseki said. After Obaseki narrated all these things that looks very wonderful in the eyes of those that are normal, Obaseki said, and therefore, he said, and therefore, Nigeria cannot disappear. Then I asked in my own corner, Obaseki, where did the therefore come in these things that you have narrated? And where did Nigeria will not disappear? What does it have to do with all these things that you have narrated? Is the thing going to sustain Nigeria? Is it the money that you guys are going to Abuja to share? Is that the foundation and the pillar that will sustain this country not to break? Is that a brick? Or what these things that the construction company, or is it white cement? Have you mixed anything inside this thing to hold the foundation of Nigeria, that it will not collapse? Because Nigeria have been structured that you go to Abuja and you share money. And this man opened his mouth and said that in other places, in other part of the world, why the economy grows is because the government is depending on the people, because the power actually belongs to the people. Obaseki made all these points. And at the end of his speech, he said, and therefore, Nigeria will not disappear. Forget all those things. He begin to laugh. Forget all those things that you see that is happening in the southeast and all that. The one thing that I picked from there, that is he recognizes that there's something happening in the southeast. Every other thing he's saying is his own cup of tea and the Jack and Boo story to me. He recognizes that there's something ongoing in the southeast and the freedom is coming. With Mazi Simon Ekpa, freedom is coming. People that have been in the office for 60-something years, they according to them, that they have enjoyed independence for 60-something years, but could not establish a strong economy for 60-something years, 109 years of existence of Nigeria. And a nation that declared their government in exile just a few months ago, has been able to set a template, set a lot of structures. Number one, unveiled the prototype of what the Biafran structures is going to look like. That is not a place that you come, this one will build on waterways, this one will build on cover bridge, this one will build on the highway, this one will build on where the government have marked for 8 lanes, this one will build there, this one will build there. Every time if there's flood, everybody will be running from his home. Nigeria did not have any prototype, no orderliness, no nothing. But in these same things that you see, that so long as you continue to believe in this thing, you're going to die. So long as you want to dine and wine with this old prophet, you're going to, the only thing you will meet is your doom. And it has been happening to those that believe in it. If the North Hausa people did not believe in what is happening in Nigeria, somebody like Gowon wouldn't have today be the one that signed the signature of the early death of his own people, that they are burying them in their numbers on daily basis in the North. Had they been the Gowon who used the strength that he used to throw his weight on the British and other allies of Nigeria, 1967, 1970, trying to prove to Britain how much he loved them, that he threw that weight on rescuing his own people, backing our internal leader, Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, up. I'm telling Ojukwu, I want also to fight for my people, because this regional government that you brought is a good thing that I have studied it as we discussed it in Aburi. That is the way I want it to stand. These people are bringing disunity among us, and I don't want it to stand. By now, the North, you will not be hearing about any killing, because an Hausa person cannot just carry gun and start killing on another Hausa person. A middle belter person, as they call themselves, cannot just stand up and start killing another middle belter. It will not happen. Or in Ilorin would have been safe today. Or in Ondo State, in all these places, Ekiti, all the places that people are being killed on daily basis. A Yoruba man cannot carry bomb or carry anything and go and start killing his own people. But because they supported the old prophets that have been, that only have interest in their own thing, that Nigeria is paying them off. They have now enough money to share in Nigeria, and so therefore Nigeria must not break. Tell me any other good reason why all these people that are saying that Nigeria will not break, give me another reason why they don't want it to break. Nigeria is the only place you come in the government as a pauper, you become a billionaire the next day. Nigeria is the only place that their bank borrows money to politicians. Give me another war, another people in the world that give politicians money to run for politics. But because they run the system of a criminal system in Nigeria, where a politician goes in as a senator, they will give you, before now, they used to give them 200 million. Once you come in for your wardrobe allowance and other things, then they will now award you a consequency project. That consequency project is about 300 million naira. And that senator will go, maybe he will look for one secondary school. Those ones are even the ones that still have a spirit of God in them. They will go to one secondary school in their consequency, and they will repaint it. They will paint the front and leave the back, and plaster the front and leave the inside, where people can be seen, and they will snap it and post it all over the social media and all over their brown envelope journals. And this is the only thing you want to continue. In a country where minimum wage is 30,000, you're receiving 30 million. Not 30 million as a salary, but just a stipend that prayer have been said into your account for you to go for weekend. Where people cannot eat 3 square meal comfortably. Who does that? Who does that? Anybody that will represent somebody must be somebody.
Jaja, we can't hear you anymore. Can somebody hear me?
I can hear you, Sister Stella. We can't hear Jaja.
Okay. Jaja,
No,
we can't
no,
hear
no.
you anymore. But anyway, thank God they even allow him to speak at all.
Yes. Before Sister Stella, can I say one thing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, before Jaja comes on again, yes, Jaja said many important things. You know, it is only in Nigeria that a politician will be awarded a contract to do a project.
Hold on. I think he's back. Jaja,
Okay.
can you hear us? Later you can give the analysis. Jaja, are you there now? Jaja, Ngwanu, you have the mic, sir. Because we were not hearing you. We're still not hearing you. Okay. You're under attack, Jaja. We can't hear you anymore. David, you have the mic, sir.
Okay, before the next person goes, I'm just trying to say that very valid points, submissions that our own Jaja was making in that space. You see, it is only in Nigeria that a politician will be given a project to execute. It's a project that will be beneficial to the whole community from where the politician came from. And that politician will be paid upfront for him to execute that project. You will find out that the same politician that gave quotation for that project to be executed in his land will use the money that he quoted, use part of the money to go and bribe the person that approved the project for him to execute. And now he will go and pour only sand at the site of that project. And that project will never ever be done again. Meanwhile, the money for that project have been paid to the full. And it is only in Nigeria as well that you see the government that is supposed to be responsible, that was supposed to take responsibility for that project not being done. That same government will come and defend the same politician that a large amount of money was given to execute the project and the politician did not do it. The same government that was supposed to jail or prosecute that same politician will now be on the side of the politician, and the project will not be done, will not be executed, and the people will be suffering for not having such projects in their vicinity. That's why our leader or our prime minister said that Nigeria breeds criminals. And the only way for us Biafrans to go away out of this criminality of Nigeria is to put laws that will be able to checkmate the activities of all these Nigerian criminals that are Biafrans that will soon join us into Biafra. That is just what I remember to talk here, because what Jaja said is very important that we understand this. And most of the Biafrans have this same mentality. They have this same mindset. That is why when you talk about Biafra, they are afraid for Biafra to come, because they know that what Biafra will portend for an ordinary Biafran is transparency and good governance. And everybody will have to pay for any crime he committed, either for Biafra or for Biafran government. Over to you, Sister Stella. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh yes, Jaja said a lot of things. He also said that because they were sharing the oil money, so because whenever they go to Abuja, they share the oil money. Because of that, they don't want Nigeria to break, so that they will continue to get their money they are sharing. You understand? But this time now, it will not work anymore. And they will also look. I think the Northerners, they have oil, or even the Futajalon people, they should also have oil, so that they will go to Futajalon and begin to take oil there and be sharing their money. We won't collect any more mineral resources from Biafra land anymore from now onwards. Thank you, sir. Can we go to? Okay, so let's go to our Kama. Are you there now to finish up your, because they knocked you out while you were speaking? Are you free now to finish up?
Yes. I am very, very free. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak again to my wonderful brothers and sisters all over the world. Thank you, all the ministers. Thank you, Jaja. You actually said a lot of things, because one thing I realize about Nigerians is they never for one day talk about, the problem. They always talk about the symptoms of that problem. And I ask them, why can't you talk about the problem itself? Why are you always talking about the symptom. Because if you want to solve your problem, you should start from the foundation of that problem. And they don't want to do that. They say, oh, you have to forget about the old and move forward. And I always ask them, if you are going to a place where there is no road, will you rather continue to go or do you go back? Which one? You know, so you want to continue moving ahead. Why? You know that there is no road where you're heading to. Is what kind of foolishness is that? Why can't you revise back and start from the beginning? Go back to the junction and then find out the main road and go through it. What is your problem? Nigeria cannot. I think this thing they've buried it in their head, all of them. A whole person that is gonna lead you, know that your law is fraudulent, written by one man, military degree, and the person will come and swear, we the Nigerian, and you are listening. You can't even for one day say, this law is not written by us, so it's written by one man, and you're still going through it. The religious leaders, especially the Christian, if you upload that law, you can never, if you just do a search, no Christianity, nothing, anything to do with Christianity, nothing to do with the church in that law, nothing to do with Igbo, unless the name of certain areas like that answer, like Ibeze and all that, but they don't say anything regarding, Igbo or Biafra. But you search it, you will see Arewa, you will see Awasa, you will see Fulani, you will see Islamics, many times the law actually support Islamic law, and you are comfortable living in that society, thinking that one day it will just change. What kind of mumu be that now? So these people, I don't think that there is any other way to fix them. They are mumu, and they are mumu for life. The only thing that can reset them is Biafra, nothing else. You see them, you think they are smart, they are good, they are this, but all of them are living in lie. You have to bribe someone, you have to do, one thing or the other for you to make money in that dungeon. And you think is right. You think somebody should not talk. Nobody should say anything. Just carry on that way. Life goes on. Life cannot go on that way for everybody. And that is why Biafrans said, enough is enough. Our forefathers tried it, they tried, and now their children, have woken up and said, it can never be like that anymore. Nobody, no patriotic citizen at all. They are just defending what is indefensible. One Nigeria. How does that one Nigeria come up? You don't even know. Majority of them know the truth, but because they swear in a fraudulent constitution, after they have said, just like Jada mentioned Obaseki, so many of them, even the traditional ruler of that Benin Empire, he will tell you everything about the Igbos, the history of, all of them. But at the end of the day, they will come back and say, we need to work together and put our country in order. And you will be like, which your country? You are the one that shared all this history about how all these things started. And now you're talking about your country. Which country? A country that was put together by a white man, and his wife or his spouse, and they give you name nigger, and you are still carrying it. You don't want to change it, and now you change it from Nigeria to one Nigeria. I said it's not even. It's now officially Islamic One Nigeria. That is what it is. And you're comfortable and you're waiting. Somebody that had been carrying stick, now they upgraded him to AK-47, going around your villages, your bushes, and you feel comfortable. You know, you don't want to talk about it. And not only they're killing people, destroying your farm product. You don't want to say anything. You're just comfortable. Leave them. Why? Because somebody is sharing money. Where does the money come from? From your own backyard. Your own backyard. You know, I was surprised that even common salt, you know, coming from Abakaliki, that the minister of salt is a Fulani man and he is residing in Abuja, that even the governor doesn't know anything about the salt because he's not the one in charge. And they feel comfortable because after they have, you know, taken all these things, they will call you to Abuja and give you some money, and then you give to local government, and every other person should go and sleep. You know, I think the only thing that will reset their brain is just Biafra. There is the law of Biafra is the only thing that will reset them because they are used to that system. They don't want to change. When you talk about change, they want to kill you. They want to strangle you. They want to, you know, harm you. It's like you're bringing a strange language to them, you know. So we are on the right path. Is she maybe a lot of them? So many of them, you know, party. I reminded somebody, you know, I said the first head of state, you know, an Igbo head of state was killed by the Northerners. And you have heard them over and over again said, Igbo cannot be their governor. Why should you allow yourself to join someone, you know, to go and murder someone? Because you know that if this man gets into that office, they will kill him. The man that got into there by chance, good luck, Jonathan. That is when the Fulanis reminded them that they are Igbos. Jonathan is from Bayelsa, but they reminded Jonathan that he is an Igbo. And they did everything. They formed all form of, you know, organization, Boko Haram terrorist organization. Even their counterpart, or Obama, joined them, all of them together, just to make sure that unseat this man, you know, because they don't want you there. People said no to you, and you are also saying no to yourself. Is that what kind of insane is that? You know, but I'm happy we are getting close day by day. As they are going down, we are going up. As it pain them, it sweet us. You know, day by day, every day. I know this year is gonna be, you know, different. We started voting February, which is still ongoing, you know, and I'm getting testimony upon testimony from people that don't even want to anything to do with what we are doing, Biafra, but they still vote. That is to show you that they want freedom. It's just they don't know how to help themselves. But I say, if you don't know how to help, keep quiet and allow the people that understand the system to do it. And Jaja said something, you know, you cannot put somebody down, somebody that is strong down, unless you become stronger than that person. These are dictatorship. And the only way you can put them is that you have to turn, you know, to something that is bigger than them in order for you to put them down, because they are used to their game. Imagine a fraudster. Imagine a drug lord as your president. A man who formed, you know, complete Aburu in Lagos throughout his tenure, and the second tenure of his successor. And then the third one, he was ruling Lagos with Aburu, formed Aburu everywhere. You know, Now you're
Hope
present.
one, come on. Hope.
You know, these are 419s. All of them. You know, all of them. They are 419. You know, all this Otokoto group and all that. You know, everywhere. Today they are in power. And you are hailing them, thinking that is one day your community will be better. Foul. They are used to that dirty life, and that is the only thing you see. They are not good to a clean environment. That's why they will come to Europe and go back, and it's still the same. They can't change because they're used to the dirty life. You know. So, but we are winning. We are winning. And if you have not voted, you know, vote. Our currency is here. You know, I overheard. I don't know, but I know maybe Prime Minister will share light on that. That what we are doing is that we are restoring, you know, the things that are already there, like the coin, the central bank, you know, that are already there. You know, and it's gonna be a bombshell. I'm telling you, it's
Federal
gonna be,
Reserve.
you know, our Federal Reserve and all that. It's gonna be a bombshell. You know, PM always say, you one day you will sleep in Nigeria and you wake up in Biafra, and it will happen, and we will drag all of them into it, all of them, you know, into Biafra. The only thing that is we're gonna watch them closely. All these people who are fighting, you know, this cause for no reason, we're going to monitor them closely, because if we allow them, they will spoil things for us. Thank you so much, Sister Stella. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you, sir.
I
Thank you.
always
Can we go
come.
to Uncle? Uncle Awimbun, you have the mic, sir. Sorry for taking a little of your time.
Yeah, thank you, my great people. Nemoches and the man Namoches. I just dropped the corn. I'm in my village, oh. I just dropped
You're
the
doing us, actually to come. You understand? You're making us to wanting to fly home. It's
Nemoches,
not fair,
Stella.
Uncle. It's not fair. You're eating corn. Oh my God! You're
Don't
in your
worry.
village.
And
Oh
you
my
put your
God! We want to go to village.
that name, Stella. Once we finish, I will throw it. The spirit of Biafra will bring it to you. It just come and
Hey, this is not fair. Oh. Stop. We're saying that you're saying the more. Oh my God! We are missing it. Oh.
Biafrans, I salute all of you. Your doggedness, the I can do spirit. The spirit that does not know what is called laziness and lousiness. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to bless all of you for that. May God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wherever he is. Whatever he is going through physically, I know that God has taken charge of his spiritual aspect of life. But the physical aspect of life is what no man can control. But God Almighty also will control it. And that is where you will see if he is properly taken care of or not. It is through his physical being that we will see.
So as you swallow your saliva, this is also why Bible said that we shouldn't fear any man, but we should fear God, because God is able, he will destroy the body and destroy the soul. But man can
And
only
the soul,
destroy the body.
the body, yes. So we should also commit him in prayers with what God has given to him already, with the egg of fire and blessing that is upon him. It is my conviction that there is nothing whatsoever that is going to happen to my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I use this opportunity also to salute the Prime Minister and his kitchen cabinet members those that are running the affairs of Biafra Republic government in exile on daily basis. I will also recognize my minister here, Otunwa Mwanya, and my elder brother as well, that I respect so much. We'll go 247. I think he is here. I saw him here. My Nemoche, that always lecture me about globalist. Vessel of honor, she is here as well. If I did not mention your name, please don't get angry with me. I remain you are Okene or you are Wawa. If you kick me out, you will still bring the Okene back inside the house. There is you saw my picture, Anwimbune, of my name, because there is no picture there. That is Anwimbune, is a popular name right now that people are talking about. You saw it there on the particular platform that I was yesterday. For everybody that doesn't know Anwimbune, that person, Anwimbune is someone who protects the interests of Biafrans. Whether you are my enemy fighting me for what I believe in, that is the right thing to do, and the right thing to do to bring back the dignity and the restoration of my mother's ancestral land, that is Anwimbune. Even if you are my father or you are my mother, whether it is anti-Biafra or pro-Biafra, I will represent the interests of Biafra and the interests of the Biafran people at large. That is who I am. You can bear me witness. I have appeared in so many places and I know what I have done. So if you see my picture, my name there, just know that it is Yuanwanwa, the Diakpara Biafra, your son, one of your son who is a Ghanaian, who has the mother ancestral origin or heritage, who has the Igbo blood, typical Igbo blood, that golden Igbo blood running in him. And that is what is pushing me to do what I do. Thank you so much, and may God bless all of you. Wherever I go to, like I said yesterday, I made my point. If my point that I have made does not align with your own ideology, and that ideology is not for Biafra and the freedom of Biafra, no matter the methodology that is used, I owe you no apology. If you have your own standard way of doing it, come out. I will also support you as long as it is geared towards the restoration of Biafra. That being said, I now go to the topic. I won't waste much time here because most of the things that I'm going to say here, all of you, everybody here, those that have spoken before me have elaborated on it. Jaja Godson said a lot of things here. I think Kama also said, Brinson made his own point as well. I just want to say this. The reason why I say Nigerians, because everybody that supports P2B and Dati is a Nigerian. Is a Nigerian. Because if you are not a Nigerian, you will not be looking for a solution that is going to solve Nigeria problems for you. You are a Nigerian. Nigerians, why we Biafrans are exiting. We are exiting Nigeria, the zoological republic, because you breed, you nurture, you bed, you bath, you sleep with criminality, corruption, death of innocent people, commandeering of ancestral lands, and all the rest of them. That is the reason why we are leaving you. You force people, you treat people, you emasculate people, you intimidate people using your state apparatuses. You bury, you try to cover the ingenuity and the act of curation God has given on individual. You made the environment so hostile for the indigenous people. That is why we are asking, we are opting out. And when I opt out, when I said I want to opt out, it's not a crime under the criminal constitution that was handed over to them, to Nigerian people in 1999 by the military or any other international statute that is operational in the world today. You cannot kill me because of it. If you don't want to join me, please let me do what I know very well to sure that is going to give me Biafra or my freedom or the restoration of my mother's ancestral land. If you think you have a solution, another way, in the 4 cardinal points, not everybody will come from the same cardinal points. People will come from north, people will come from south, people will come from east and the west. Where are we going to? Our target is Biafra. Irrespective of where you are coming from, as long as your end point and your target, your primary target is to hit that bull, and that bull is Biafra, please, I welcome you. I will reiterate today once more that even if it is devil that picks up the restoration of Biafra for me and to protect the sacredness of my mother's ancestral land, I will follow that devil. I will follow that devil to make sure that my mother's ancestral land is rid of all these uncircumcised, criminal, murderous elements that are coming there, not just to kill and rape, but to take over my mother's ancestral land. That is why I am doing what I'm doing. Like I said before, if you have not entered into any of these security apparatuses in Nigeria, you will not know what Nigeria is talking about and what Nigeria holds for you that is believing in it, especially if you are a Biafra. If I had my opportunity, like I told my elder Nemoche today, vessel of honor earlier on today, what I saw when I went to School of Infantry BRGIE, what I read there could have made me to turn into a weapon of mass destruction to destroy Nigeria, if it were possible. When you see all those things and you come out as a Biafran, let me speak to Igbo-speaking Biafran, and you come out to begin to say you want to validate Nigeria, then something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. I am proud, I make bold to say that I'm a Ghanaian because my father hails from this place, Upper East region of Ghana. I know the reason why I fight the way I fight for my uncles, my aunties, my mothers, my fathers, nieces, nephews, cousins, etc. And for the safety of the Biafra land and its restoration. You can never be all the time politically correct. You speak grammar in any way, people will clap for you. But at the end, what is going on? Your people are being ravaged, your land is being destroyed. You call your security apparatuses, the head of these security apparatuses, to come to your rescue. They will tell you, go and live in peace with your oppressors. And you still want to tell me that you believe in such a country will work? Now I begin to believe that the problem of that zoological republic is spiritual. 80% of its problem is spiritual. And that is why Nigeria will never make any headway. Nigeria has committed genocide against people. The innocent blood of innocent people, the indigenous people, is filled in the hands of Nigeria. They have slaughtered innocent people in that country. They've wasted innocent blood in that country, in that zoo. If they are not doing it themselves, they are doing it by proxy, using their foot soldiers, especially the Amflani herders, pretending that they are grazing their cattle, unknown to you that they are taking away your land,
I won't be
infiltrating. Yes, sir.
Before you conclude, please, I know, sorry for cutting you short. I know you
Yes,
were
sir.
formerly in the military, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I want to ask you, because while we were growing up, we had this notion, or I don't know whether it's a propaganda or it is the true fact. I want to ask you, when you people join the military, is there an injection that will be given to any military official, either police, especially the military, the army? Is there any special injection given to you people that takes away the humanity in you guys?
No, not at all.
Because some people say
Not
that
at
when you
all.
join the military, they'll give you a special injection that will take away that human part of you that will make the military, when they invade the community, they no longer respect the sanctity of life. That is why they take life anyhow without even caring who is being killed
Maybe
and who is
let
not
me
killed.
answer you. Maybe it's from when Musa entered. You understand? Because when those old good days, when you see people after the war, they believe we have become one. Wholeheartedly, they joined the army, they joined the police. I'm sure those days, that was when Awumbun joined. But you see, these days of Musa and Lagbaja, I can bet you that such a thing might be happening. Might be happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead. I just want to ask that question.
Okay, thank you, sir. There is no injection unless you decide to take injections by yourself. It is not official. There are people that take some concoctions that is mixed with Indian hemp and etc. There are so many of them, but it's banned. Nobody, if they catch you there, hey, you will be prosecuted and they will charge you. You will undergo what we call ordinary room trial. Look, no matter, the only thing that they are going to remove in you is fear. You don't, once you join the army, you don't fear anything. When you are in the war front and you are captured, just believe it that even a soldier will always reserve a bullet to kill himself instead of undergo the kind of treatment he or she is going to get in the hands of his captors.
So, sir, hold on, sir, because you are opening our eyes. So, at the end of the day, for one to join an army, it's like a dead person already.
The day you join the army, there are three things you have decided to do. First of all, there are so many things that is against you once you join the army. As you are now a civilian, you can only be tried with your 1999 constitution. For the zoo, let me just say, for any national constitution, civil constitution that rules your country. But the day you decide to join the army, you are going to be tried both with that constitution and the Army Military Act. That is why it is very, very hard. When you see a soldier in the military, that soldier is walking on a tightrope. If the military wants to wicked you, maybe I committed a crime in the army, I was dismissed, jailed and dismissed. They will still hand me over to the police for other, subsequent charges to be preferred against me as well. That is what they do. And one thing you should understand, the reason why soldiers do what they do, I'm not justifying it because I cannot do that. I can't do that because I was brought up in a good home. A home where they would tell you that any person in that family that is older than you, by a day or with a day, you must call that person day or da. That is how I was brought up. In a place where respect is upheld and nobody cheats anybody. That is the reason why you see me do what I do. If I was the other side of the of the aisle, maybe I would have remained in the army and continued to do what they asked me to do, just like they are doing against my people in Biafra land today. Once you enter the army, it is either you survive or you are KIA'd or killing action, or you are wounded, incapacitated for life, or you survive.
Okay.
These are the four.
Wait, now, sorry. When you went for ECOMOG war, I think you went for ECOMOG, right?
Yes, I spent 3 years, 8 months.
Okay, now when you were going to Ecomog War to go and defend either Liberia or to go and fight on the side of AU, was there any part or any kind of things?
ECOWAS.
Okay, ECOWAS. Was there any kind of drug that were administered to you people? Because I ask this based on the fact that I will see a soldier beating a woman without having remorse, or even shooting a little child without having remorse, or flogging somebody with belt, knowing fully well that that person feels pains inside him, but that soldier doesn't care about the pains the person is undergoing. So I want to know whether there is a special thing you people take, if not drug or injection, that when you go to war front, or when they dispatch you to go and against terrorists or against armed robbers, is there anything that you people take or inject to take away, apart from taking away the fear, that humanity in you that makes you human, that say, hey, yeah, this person will be feeling pain, or this person want to survive as well, but you take the life of that person without even caring about the consequences?
Can
Is there
I
anything
answer?
of that?
Awimbun, before you answer, hold on. I believe it's because, like what we understood from Uncle now, your home training, your beliefs. You see, Fulanis are savages. This is why when they kill, they have no mercy. This is why they chop off heads instead of like shooting a gun. This is why they will kill you. You see somebody they have killed already. They will take time, use knife again, and begin to cut the leg in pieces again, and cutting it and bending it and making public show of it. These people are savages. So in army, there are Fulani part of it or Islamic part of it, and in Nigeria army there were also Christian part of it. That is why when a Christian will give you a gunshot, you are dead. He goes his way. You understand? I think that's what it is. But Uncle, you answer, sir. Because me, I'm using my common sense. David, you understand? It's a common sense. We see how the Fulanis deal with people. They don't have mercy. These people this is why they will use knife and cut up a pregnant woman's open, and they will be dancing about it. Tell me, is it a boy or a girl, a boy? They will not cut the person because you believe the person is your enemy. They kill without mercy. So these people are savages. These people are jihadists, which is quite different from when you see a Christian soldier. Christian soldier is only there to defend himself. And killing you, he will give you a gunshot. Bagam, that sends it. He wouldn't come back to you and begin to cut off your leg, chop off your head, and making public show of you and stuff like that. So to me, that's what it is. So, but if the military as a government now give them high drug so that they will go out there begin to behave like animals. Maybe it started from Musa and Lagbaja time.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Is he here? Is he still here? It's like
no,
the
they
network
locked
kicked
him
him
out
out.
because they didn't want him to say the truth. Don't worry, I'm looking for him. I'll bring him back.
Okay.
David, let me help you a little bit.
Okay.
Let me just make it simple. In military, you have to define who is enemy and who is human. So enemy is enemy, and the human is human. That's why when the military go out, they look for enemy. They don't look for human. They don't look for people to slaughter them and all that. But in Nigeria, is different thing altogether. So you cannot even use Nigeria own to compare to Western world and other places. In Nigeria, even the way they train you, is quite different. They train you like an animal. So when you come out as a military in Nigeria, you behave like animal. In Western world, they give you a proper training, but they still make you human. Here they said we break you to make you. So they will break you, and they put you as an abnormal human person. Then they now make you back as a human, so you can differentiate between a human and the enemy. But in Nigeria, they trained you as an animal, and they want you to remain that animal. That is why you see the way they behave down there. You know, they think they own the world. They think they are the one in charge. Even the one that just entered the cadet, they behave
Okay.
as if they own the world.
I want to chip in something.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I want to acknowledge the presence of our Minister of Information, Sonny Akbadawasa. You are welcome. With all these things we have enumerated here, those of you who joined this space, these are some of the reasons that why Biafrans are hesitant, because Nigeria is not worth living. That is most of the reasons why we are living. Nigeria is an animalistic country. It's a terrorist country. It's a useless country. And that is why we are opting out for Biafra. So go and vote for the
David, let me chip in
self-referendum
something.
that is happening here. Thank you. Yes, you can go ahead.
Oh, thank
Okay,
you.
our
Go
uncle is
first.
here.
I'm back. I'm back.
Uncle Awumbun,
Yes, sir.
good morning.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, sir. Yeah, I want to chip in something very quickly before you take over. Like the military in the zoo, they don't train them to go to war. They only train them to go and shoot people on the streets. That is why there is war now, they can't fight it. And I will tell you, Nigeria have not had where they went to war before, apart from that ECOWAS. And I don't really know what happened in ECOWAS, but Nigeria have not fought any war anywhere. They just go 3 months training, and they send them in the southeast to go and start killing people, harassing people in their homes and markets, blocking all the roads, taking money. This is their work. They don't train them. They are not soldiers. They are terrorists. They terrorize innocent people. Let me quickly make a submission. Like what I see in the topic here, obedience knows why Biafra exit Nigeria. Anyway, I want to welcome the obedience. I'm still going to address you as obedience because for your attempt to draw us back, if not that our Prime Minister is Azwanoka, where would we have been today if not that? But we still welcome you. That is to prove to you that we are Biafrans, we love our people, we don't kill our own. We welcome you back. And now that something is happening, everything is unfolding, you see, we are bringing you Biafra at your doorsteps. Everything you have ever dreamed of is right here before your very eyes, only done by our Prime Minister, Obato Bianchizize. The child of heaven. That is what you address him as. Because if not this man, we are gone. We are winners. We have won this war, Biafrans, I assure you. We have won. I heard in the parliament today, they are all crying. And I was laughing. I was laughing today. Omo Chineke, we have won. If they are not crying, we are not doing anything. But they are crying. That is to prove to you that we have won. And they will continue to cry until the zoo is down on their knees. Thank you, Omo Chineke.
Thank you. They are crying because their money, their exchange rate has become a shit money. So that's why also they are crying. Because normally they go to Abuja to share our oil money. Now their money has become shit money and they are crying because their money is worthless, has become worthless. And because their country has failed. Thank you, Uncle Otungomoya, Minister. So can we go back to our Winbun?
Yeah, Adam Sela, I do not know the reason why. When you begin to tell the truth like this, they will be attacking you left, right, and center. These are some of the things they don't want to hear. You see, first and foremost, you see a very decent and disciplined soldier. You can judge that particular soldier, man or woman, from his or her family background. That is number one. Because there is no how. Our Igbo people in their proverb said that you can never learn how to use the left hand at old age. If you must have known how to use your left hand, you must learn it at the infant age. That is that. But one thing again I will tell you again is this. The system in Nigeria has, it's a kind of system that knocks people's heads, just like when you are pumping a gas in a cylinder. The higher the force, the more the gas vibrates inside. That is what is going on in Nigeria. The system that is being operated is targeted at one people, a particular ethnic group, which is the Biafrans. You are the one target. You are their target. No matter what they do, if they cannot get you, they do it by proxy. When you go to social media, you see people that are attacking everybody. When you go to the land also, the governors, they are using them to attack our people. That is what they have done. Look, in the military, people are, I was trained 6 months. 6 solid months. And these 6 months, the training you undergo is like you are there for 3 years. They will train you in such a way you will know what to do. Because the first thing for you in yours to secure other people is the ability to secure yourself and to make use of the surroundings, especially for those of you that come from a different place, your place. An outsider will not come and tell you how your backyard looks like. Make use of your environment to protect yourself before you protect others. If you are unable to protect yourself, then you cannot be able to protect others that will be sleeping when you are mounting your sentry. And when you fire any shot, they will tell you must be accurate. Because it is said the person that fires first, depending on the efficiency of his fire, has a greater advantage. That is how it is. So you must be very, very strong. You must be very, very accurate when you are hitting your target. I know you see the reason why things are going on here. These are some of the things all of us know. The reason why you see they are falling in Biafra land is because of they are ill-equipped. They are ill-trained. That is where you see what is good. It's happening water down there. Okay? So you will know a decent soldier from where the persons come from. When you go to developed countries or the same countries, advanced countries, what they do over there is to first of all check your family background. And after that, the psychologists, the psychiatrists will come and examine you whether you are mentally balanced to carry that weapon. Once they give you that weapon, my brother, you are a potential, you are a killer machine. You are a killer machine. If you are not even careful, you can even cause what we call accidental discharge. You can kill your own brother or your sister. So that is how it is. So most of the things that is making us to leave this place to opt is that one of them is that my mother's ancestral land has been infested with these boots on the ground where there is no war. The only thing they are saying is, let us go. We don't want to remain again. We don't tire. I better make una leave us so that we can go. Give us chance so that we can go. You go there, you infiltrate it, you immerse the soldiers on their soil, you treat them as if you are fighting, like as if you are, even in Somalia war self, you cannot do what you are doing to those Somali people as you are doing to the Biafrans. You are not fighting war. They are only protecting their bushes. They are not coming out to kill you or attack anybody. You took the war to them. And it is in their own right to defend themselves. But where the concentration of terrorism that is going on in Nigeria, you abandon those places and begin to fight innocent people, go for low-hanging fruits to deal with them because you believe that they don't have the power to defend themselves. And when they decided to say, no, this thing can no longer happen, then you begin to label them terrorists and begin to infiltrate mass soldiers, same boots on the ground to go and, intimidate them. Remember, you can never fight an unjust war and win it. If you want me to explain more, you go to the Marines and ask them what they suffered in Vietnam. You will never fight an unjust war. Even in Somalia, UNISOM, we ran away from Somalia.
Thank you.
We ran away from Somalia. United Nations ran away from Somalia. These are Al-Shabaab terrorists that are fighting over there. So you cannot fight an unjust war and expect to win it. As long as Akachukudia, you will never win. You will be on the losing side. And those that are supporting you to commit these atrocities against innocent, unarmed people, with their little effort, you will know that they serve a living God. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bless all of you and continue to keep you. Do not look back. Don't look at what anybody is telling you or talking about you, wherever you are. Most of us are evils, and I support them. We will never have, we will never come maybe agree on one thing. There are other people that will, this is how they want to do it. But that ideology that I know that is working for me, I will perfect it and make sure it works for me. If you feel that what we are doing or what I'm doing is not correct, my brother, my sister, Namoche, go and devise your own means. As long as it's towards the restoration of my mother's ancestral life, I will not joke with it. I will support you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bless all of you for this great job that you are doing. Preserve the life of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that of the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, and every son and daughter of Biafra land who loves freedom and the need to fight for it. I say, may God bless you, and may God never allow your own to spoil while you are fighting to restore the dignity and to restore our ancestral land. Thank you so much for having me. I yield.
Thank you, Uncle. The summary of all the things you said is, when you fight on just war, you can be sure you will not win. Fulani, they are fighting on just war, so they will continue to lose and lose and lose. Thank you, Uncle. Can we go to Mazi Ugochukwu? Mazi Ugochukwu, you have the mic, sir.
Sister Stella, before Mazu Gochuku, I just want to chip in something very fast.
Sister Stella, our minister is here. Can you ask him if you want to speak?
We know how he operates. If he wants to speak, he will raise his
Okay.
hand. He's a
Yeah,
gentleman.
I just want to chip in something. Our lovely brother, I won't be missaid. Every target of Nigeria is against us, which is 100% correct. And he made also a comment like they go for the lower fruit, which targeted us. But the point remains that if you can remember, he is our own. Every time Nigeria has demonstrated something great in any part of the world, if you look, 80% of it is from us, from our people. But today that we have withdrawn everything from them, and most especially that the every target look forward to us all these years. I also made mention that they are not well trained. That's why they are falling like a little flies, which they are for Biafrans. And the other way around, Biafra man is something to be compared when he's ready to carry out anything, even whatever you may call it. The point here is that all these years we have been sleeping, and most of us was not informed. But the point now is that we are not sleeping. That is why our PM look into their eye and tell them that I will crush you and I will destroy you. Nigeria, I will destroy you. And everybody that back him and stand tall, That is why Nigeria is nothing. Just that the problem we have is that the problem we have is just all these enablers. Apart from these enablers, because these are the people I'm angry with. I'm not even angry with the flies called Nigerian military that do press up once in a week, the 7 days, and they pick up gun. My problem is those people that give them that chance to penetrate us and destroy most of our lives. That is the problem. Apart from that, these people are nothing to you to face even 0.3% of Biafra. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mazi Ugochukwu, you have the mic. Sir, Information Minister, if you're ready, just tell us so. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sister Stella, for the space. Thank you, guys. Ugo namesake, David Nana, greetings to you. And to the ministers in the house, I greet you people specially. Otumwanya, I've seen you. Sister Mary Tekam, I greet you people. Our elder uncle, Awimbuni, I continue to greet you for your wonderful submissions and lessons. The truth of the matter is we have really passed the phase of trying to force a horse to drink after dragging it to the river. The entire people who said they are obedient did everything they could to truncate our struggle. Well, they did what they did to slow us down, but unfortunately we did not stop. And today, because they don't know our position in the struggle, after losing out of their election, they are looking for who to blame and who to battle. Battling Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, they saw it as an avenue to feel important. And I will tell you, my brothers, I'm talking of the serious and authentic comrades in this whole struggle. Stand firm and never look at their faces. Just give them the message and let them choose between life and death. It is their choice to make. We did everything humanly possible. From day one, let me even start from when Mazi Kanu was making his broadcast. He said, only INEC determines who rules Nigeria. Your PVC is useless. As I speak today, they are preparing for another PVC of 2027. Quote me. That is how they are being wired. But that is none of our business, because if they cannot see the people in the struggle, beat your hand on your chest, tell them you can see Biafra here. They will not see because their hearts are occupied with hatred, unnecessary hatred. Even when I went to their space sometime, some group of people were even insulting our Prime Minister. And then someone asked, what did he do? She couldn't even say what the person did. She does not even know. At the end of the day, she now exposed herself. The next question she asked was, what is even happening? Oh, you don't even know what was happening, but because you saw others insulting him and you had to insult. That is, you see how they move. They move like sheep that has no direction. And then I asked, why can't you listen? Listen before you leap. Look before you leap. There is wisdom in listening than talking. But no, because of the hatred, why will it be from him? Why will it be? Who do you want it to be from him? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our own prophet, our own leader, our supreme leader, came, he did liberation of your mental health by creating historical records, facts, evidences for us to understand the true meaning of what we are fighting for or we are about to embark on. Most of them insulted him, called him all sorts of names then. Now, because they had their people close to him, They felt whatever he say, well, our people still dead there. We still get people we go do what we want. Unfortunately, there are people close to Mazi did not see the special son Mazi kept one corner. And today, that person emerged. What happened? They started battling him. And what did he say to them? I will be your end. Are you hearing their voices again today? No. These new ones that just bought the jam form are the one coming on Twitter Spaces, insulting themselves. And the way they talk, the manner at which they talk, they insult people will really tell you that these are touts who were opportune to run away from, who escape from the zoo. They talk irresponsibly. That's by the way. We are leaving Nigeria because Nigeria as an entity or a geographical area is inhabitable for man to stay in. Let us even start from animal, because they have their rights too. We as humans understand the true nature of development, the true nature of value for life. We understand nation building. We understand values and moral decadence. These things manifest in us as Biafrans. I beat my hand on my chest all over the world. We are there and breaking grounds. If not for this unlawful and meaningless marriage they call the zoo, we would have gone very far. As I speak to you today, so many of us are willing and eager to invest in Biafra, but because it is being attacked by marauders from the Sahel, they chose not to bring in their money. But then, as I speak to you today, my premonition is telling me that they would come in a large quantity to invest. Taking, for instance, Professor Nnamdi, what he did for the people of Abia State, Aba precisely. That's a very big record. But then if you ask the obedient, they say, hey, yes, oh, hey, thank God, it's good. How can Bat do it if it was to be under the caliphate? They would never allow that development to come in because they don't like development. These people don't understand what the structure, development, nation building is. They grew up in a desert where you see scorpions, sun beat you from morning till night. You just see sand as your bed. You don't see anything. These are the same people. They tie clothes covering their noses and their eyes. They don't know what infrastructures is. And you want to be with them? Crying out loud. We have passed that level. We can't keep teaching these people because teaching them is setting us back. Wherever you see seats, you sit down there and listen. That is when you will belong to what is happening. Our minister is busy. Our prime minister is busy creating a government. And they are busy talking trash. Trash we have trashed out months ago. They are just bringing it up. No, we don't go back to our vomit. We can't do that. We are done with that phase of life. We've tried the best we could to sanitize their brains, all to no avail. They can go and continue preparing for 2027 for PVCs. And the same thing that happened will still repeat itself, and that will not tell them how advanced their stupidity is gradually becoming. Most of them said, let Onyendu remain there. Let them finish an election. And we told them, Onyendu told them, the election will never come to your favor. Even if you win, you will never enter there. Erufai said it. Adam Soshomole said it. So why are you killing yourself? These are people who said, come, whatever crime you commit, once you join us, your sins are forgiven. They said it openly. And you still want to be part of that system that breeds corruption, that breeds criminals, that promotes terrorism. And when you keep telling someone who claims he went to school, he will tell you he's a professor. And at the end of the day, they call you to come and rig election. But look at Professor Nnamdi. He took his time. He drew his blueprint, brought out his own knowledge, and made a power plant in Aba. He's from Enugu, but he built it in Aba because that place is a hub, a commercial hub. Are you seeing? And then again, he did it with a governor who probably has the same mindset he has. That was why he took it to Abia State or Aba. And the obedience are happy. Hey, it is so many people who would do more are waiting for Biafra to come. They will not just do, they will bring Europe into Biafra land. And I bet you will be second to none. Our operations, our nation, our system of governance will be second to none. We are done nursing, nurturing, teaching, trying to convince people who are adults. I mean, who knows? But because they are eating penny or stipends from it, they are now feeling like this thing must not stop because they are used to it and failing to try. They are scared of trying another way. That is why they are being compelled to always like where they are. That's a very bad mindset. And the earlier they realize that, the better for them. I so yield my mic. Thank you.
Sister Stella, can I just put 1 minute, just 1 second, you know?
Because hold on, because our minister's hand now is up.
Okay, just wanted what one of our brothers said that I need to correct so that, you know, because we've treated all this takia here, they use on us. That plant, they didn't start it this year. That plant has been, you know, like a 10-year project, but these people refused that it will not be commissioned. Just the way all these airports they built, they don't want it commissioned. But because they've seen the light that Biafra is, they are now granting everything, you know, so that we will not fall into their trap because we know all this thing. We know the history
God bless you,
of
my
that
brother.
land
God bless you.
very, very well.
God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you there. The talking says, God bless you.
Okay. Please, let's go to our minister. His hand is finally up. Sir, you have the mic, sir.
They were to all ministers of the media, of the gospel of Biafra. They were to the ministers of BRGIE. They were to the administrators and the executives of the de facto government in the homeland. They were to lovers of freedom and haters of freedom, lovers of Biafra and enemies of Biafra, and also the contracted terrorists coming into Biafra land to die on the sword of Biafra. They were to the Amazonians, and they were to the Israeli people. They were to our diplomatic brothers and sisters in the international community. They were to all those making sure that Biafra is coming out on the global space. They were to every effort coming out from every country that is helping Biafra in one way or another. They were to Finland, the second father and mother of Biafra. Kudos to the existence of our Prime Minister, to the womb that brought you to this planet Earth. Same goes to my eternal leader, Dame Odumeku Ojukwu, and also to my supreme leader who is behind bars. Back to my prime minister, the Agune Chamber one of Biafra land, the Ikboki of our time, the Itiare Kondo, the stone that the builders rejected that has become the chief cornerstone. Those that started rekindling the fire of Biafra, they had rejected you, but now you are the man of the moment. Because who the gods of Biafra have blessed and projected, no one can cause. You can only demean his existence for some time, but that cannot stop him from bringing the limelight of Biafra to the full. I salute all Biafrans back home, the gallantry soldiers of Biafra who are making sure Biafra land is defended, protected at all odds, who make sure our women and children and babies are not slaughtered and heads are not cut off, and we have a safe haven in Biafra land where we feel the joy and the existence of humanity. Our women and children today are not massacred and packed in body bags because of the existence of the Biafra Defense Force. I salute you men and women that are in the bushes, that are making sure we have a Biafra, we have a land to call our own and to represent from exile. I thank you all, Biafrans, who are making sure that every enactment from the government in the exile is being implemented. It is one thing to have a leader, and it is another thing to have a committed people who are ready to do the needful, to sacrifice all they have for us to have results. You guys back home are doing us proud. Your strength is our strength and our courage. Your tenacity and your determination and focus on the rising sun is what emboldens our Prime Minister and what emboldens our Supreme Leader and what also emboldens the spirit of the heroes and heroines of Biafra who have fought before now and who are now using that spirit to embolden us, to keep us strong, to go to the finishing line. I salute you all. To the donors of this very government, making sure that our watches are not dry, I salute you. God will continue to enrich and replenish your pocket and your coffers so that you will have more and more to bring out for us to harness this freedom and to supply every weapons needed to defend motherland. Tomorrow is Friday, and the Prime Minister with his cabinet will be visiting Canada. We call on all Biafrans to key in and meet us at the airport of Canada as we arrive in a grand style to do that which we know how to do best. Finance is very, very important for the Biafra Defense Force now. And everything you hear the Prime Minister pronounce, and every act that has been voted upon, approved, and adopted needs to be harnessed with funds. That is why money is very, very important. And I thank you all for all your contributions. Please keep it up because we need it now more than ever. All right. The Prime Minister will be live in less than 20 minutes. And I oblige all Biafrans to key in to the wonderful message that will be coming from his very office. Also, when I came in, I heard my ministers of the gospel talking about military of one Nigeria. May I say that the reason why you don't have a Syrian military brigade anymore in one Nigeria is because of what you see that is inscribed or encrypted on the Nigerian Army logo. What is encrypted there is the motto of Uthman Danfodio. So that is why everything coming out from the Nigerian military is going with the ethics of slaughter, genocide, massacre, destroy, maim, and rape. So there's nothing like a serene military service in one Nigeria. Even we that have served in the military before and then came out, they train us to act like Uthman Danfodio. Yes, because when you come out from the military school, whether paramilitary or any other one, You come out and the way you see a normal human being that is not out of the paramilitary school, you see that human being as a monkey. You see the person and you must address the person as a bloody civilian. You address that person as a mutu mutu. You address that person as a riffraff. That is why you can brutalize that person the way you will, because it is what they have imbibed in your brain in the training school. So it is the ethics of Uthman Dan Fodio, which is the Islamic Jihad, which is all about no mercy, no empathy, no sympathy for humanity, because it had a different agenda. The prerogative is a jihad, jihad, jihad. So when you look at other military services in other countries and cantonments, you will see the differences in their rules of engagement. Because even you that is not of the jihadist extract, but serve in any of the paramilitary divisions or units of one Nigeria and come out, you will not see another human being that has not served in the same place as a normal human being with you. You will see that person as a riffraff. This is one. And that is why, as it stands now, they are all infiltrated with the terrorists all over the place. So where the problem starts is your baptismal name. The baptismal name that they have given you that is inscribed on the logo of Nigerian Army. It is written in Arabic. They did well to write it in Arabic so that all of us will not know. You serve in any parliamentary service and then come out, you go for all the training, you don't know that you're acting under the command of Uthman Dan Fodio. You must behave like them. You must have that mindset of destroy, kill. No. So that is where the problem comes from. And we did not even bother to ask or find out why is this thing encrypted on this logo of Nigerian Army in Arabic. Are we in Arabic country? Why didn't they put it in English for all of us to understand? Why didn't they put it in Hausa? Why didn't they put it in Yoruba? Why didn't they put it in Igbo? Being the three predominantly spoken languages are known of in one Nigeria. But it was inscribed in Arabic. So that is why you see the jihadist pattern of the Nigerian military. That is that. Obediot needs to understand that their cry is over. But if they still want to continue to cry, we will serve them a big river and a big drum that will serve as a reservoir. They will cry into the river, then it will be coming down to the reservoir as a drum, so that we keep that one for them to pour in back into the river for them, so that when it seems to be dry, they will have more to overflow. But Biafra exit is sure. Have you voted? Please go and cast your vote, because one Nigeria has been destroyed. Nigerian naira and their currencies are all dead and gone. And as it happens, you see the Biafran coin making waves. So prepare all your coins that you have on Binance. If you have your money in Binance, do not rush to go and pull your money out of Binance. One Nigeria only do what they can, but they cannot take your money out of Binance. They can only deal with Nigerian banks and the brokers outlet where they see. They cannot touch your money inside your Binance account. So you can transfer your money, trade with another coin when you wish and how you like. It's only that for now you cannot make use of the person-to-person option that you can manipulate and do your transaction into your bank account directly. But you can make use of it with any other coin. But Naira coin cannot allow you for now because it is a nomadic country. They eradicate innovation and then they implement nomadic lifestyle. Instead of going forward, they retrograde. That is why during the election of 2023, they told you the Muslim ticket means restoring the dignity of Islam. It means Islamic jihad. They told the Pope and Blend that they are not coming to give you innovations. They are not coming to build schools or technology or new roads or companies. No, that they only want to restore the dignity of Islamic jihad. So I salute all Biafrans. As Biafra climbs higher, we need to clap for ourselves because it's not been an easy trend. We thank the Prime Minister of the indigenous people of Biafra and all his cabinet and all he's doing. And super thanks goes to the gallant men and women that are defending motherland. I salute all of you as we key into the Prime Minister's briefing. Thank you from here. There we go.
I did like now.
It will soon be live. It will soon be live.
Okay, so let's begin our conclusion, everybody. 1 minute. As we do, and in case it comes live, we'll just stop the 1 minute conclusion.
I've not spoken at my
Our Prime Minister is about to enter. If not, so after our Prime Minister's briefing, we can reopen the space. Okay, so yeah, Kachuku, just 1 minute, so we can go around before our minister.
What I want to speak, 1 minute will not be enough. They can go. Next time I'll talk about it. I want to say something that it can take 4 minutes. That I've been waiting.
Okay, yeah. okay. When our PM finishes, we can come back, or somebody else can
Stella, give him now. Let's hear. Stella, give him now. Let him be talking.
Okay.
All of us here,
Please, I have a quick question for the information minister, please. It's not going to take long, please. If Onika doesn't want to speak, can I speak, please?
You said you have a question.
Yeah. Greetings everyone on this space. Greetings, Honorable Minister. Greetings, my information minister. Please, I have a very important question, because I was watching the when the act was being adopted yesterday, as it was being broadcast live. I want to ask a question, because I know our Prime Minister was saying something about making our coin stable. Is there any option, like, for we Biafrans in diaspora, apart from we investing in the coin? Is the government making any plan to see that whenever we want to try and make our contributions, like, because we need our goal is to keep that coin stable and even grow further, even surpass the dollar. Is there any way that the government is making plans, like, okay, let's say as we do our weekly donation to support the government, to support our military, is there any way the government is like making plans that we can also, like, instead of like making it available on the website, whereby if we want to do our contribution, we can also like kind of use it like to buy the Biafran coin? Are they making any plans like that in the future?
You're absolutely right. And if you were very observant in the broadcast of yesterday, you could hear the Prime Minister say that as soon as we launch the coin in the stock market, we will start making use of it in our weekly and daily donations.
Okay. And also, does that donation guarantee that in as much as you are contributing, does it still mean like you are still investing in Biafran coin, or that donation is only strictly going to go for the military? Because I need to get it right so that I know how to proceed when it's out.
Now, you need to understand one thing. If you're good at cryptocurrency, if you're just using crypto to buy a coin and then make transaction and send over, it's a different thing like going to trade. So when it now goes into the trading market, you can now see it available for trading. Then you will trade based on the platform that is available.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you all for all the work you're doing, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Monya Kachukungwa, you have the whole time in the world.
Not wasting my time. All protocol duly observed. My name remains Onyeka Chukwu, AK encode number.
But let's be watching. As soon as our PM comes up, we'll just fly to that place. Okay.
Absolutely. You see, I really thank God. Thank you, my she and my parents.
Okay. It's time.
Oh, thank you.